Well, that man Bronson Arroyo has been very good so far. He and the Cincinnati Reds leading the A's 4-2. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Big right-hander Tyson Ross to the mound here at top of the 8th inning. He'll face Heisey, Miller, and Cabrera. So 3 right-handed hitters for Tyson Ross. Quick 0-2. Ross last pitched on Saturday in St. Louis. 1 inning with a strikeout, nothing else. So Ziegler goes an inning, gives up a hit after Dallas Braden's 6 innings of work. Bobby Abreu has just hit a 3-run homer off Clayton Kershaw to tie up that game in Anaheim. Dodgers 3, Angels 3. It happened in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Opposite field home run.
Yeah, with 2 outs. If you have not seen Clayton Kershaw pitch, he's a very talented young man for the Dodgers, left-hander.
He's younger than Strasburg, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's a youngster. He's a very talented young man.
3-2 pitch to Chris Heisey, and he lines it to center for a hit. Heisey's 2 for 4.
Pretty much the same fastball that Heisey swung and missed for strike 2, but after Tyson Ross missed with the next 3, took the count 3-2, and that's just the difference in the swing and how hitters look at a pitch when they know it's coming.
Here's Corky Miller. See if Miller's bunting here. It is the 8th inning. Good time for an insurance run if you're the Cincinnati Reds. He's not. The runner's going, though, so a hit and run was on. Ball's rolled foul. Dusty going with the hit and run. Miller had a big hit in this game. A 2-run single in the 2nd inning. It came with 2 outs. This is a guy who, coming into that at bat, was 3 for 21 on the season. That's Mark Berry, the third base coach. So a long look down by Miller. You know who Miller looks like? Gorman Thomas. Remember Gorman Thomas?
No.
You don't think so?
Much better looking than Gorman.
That may be true.
I mean, you're looking at the facial hair, and
yeah, a little bit.
You could say that. Gorman Thomas, he of the Harvey's Wall Bangers.
Swing hard.
Talk about an offensive juggernaut, man. Those guys could mash. Jason Cooper, Robin Young, Gorman Thomas, Walter.
Larry Heisel was with them. Was he? 0-2. And to the backstop. And it comes right back to Suzuki, but doesn't make any difference as Heisey goes to second. And that'll be a wild pitch.
Well, if he runs big this part of the game, it's hard slider. They're trying to backhand as he got on him very quickly. But just like Heisey, Miller 0-2 and now 1-2. Heisey getting to second base on the wild pitch. with 2 strikes, try to hit the ball the right side.
And Miller does a very nice job. Gets it to Barton. Barton steps in the bag. To third goes Heisey.
Well, Saturday, June the 26th against the Pirates. We've been talking about it. We'll tell you even more. It's 70s night. Just lay out, listen to me. Brought to you in part by Mrs. Fields in honor of Debbie Fields, one of the original A's ball girls. The A's and Mrs. Fields are making a specially designed cookie. The Swing and A's logo cookies will go to fans in one lucky section of the stadium at 8 at 70s night. Tickets now. Visit OaklandAthletics.com. Chocolate chip?
I'm pretty basic chocolate chip guy.
Basic, just
basic all around guy. Kurt Young, a busy man tonight. He's been out there 3-4 times. So the infield comes in, and Orlando Cabrera steps in.
He's been very aggressive tonight in first 4 at-bats, and we saw that last year when it's with the A's. Until traded on July the 31st, and I don't know if Cliff Pennington has had an opportunity to thank him.
Opened the door, didn't it?
Traded Orlando. Cliff Pennington came up, took over at shortstop. One gentleman who was disappointed we'll see this weekend, Bobby Crosby.
Cabrera is now 35 years old.
Had a good finish with the Twins last year.
Right to Mark Ellis, who picks it up, lobs it to first, and runner stays at third, 2 outs. Cabrera ended up playing 101 games for the Athletics last year. He hit 280 with 4 home runs and 41 runs batted in. We got off to a real slow start, but as the season went on, it's got better and better.
Jason Giambi at first, remember him?
I do. He then went on to the Twins, where he hit 289 in 59 games.
You look at the shortstop Cabrera tonight and the pitcher Arroyo, members of the 2004 world champion Boston Red Sox. They got to enjoy a world championship in Boston for the first time in a bunch of years. 1918. Tyson Ross, a big out getting Cabrera with the infield in, and try to stay 2 down with a couple more at-bats for the A's.
Phillips goes around, says Guccione.
Now, let's take a look at the side swing on this, see if Guccione was correct. She was. Still don't see how they see it. And Phillips saying no, no, no. And once the home plate umpire makes the call, there's no appeal to first in this case for the right-handed batter.
Phillips has 3 hits tonight. Scored a run. He was 1 for 5 last night. Right out in front, Tyson Ross picks it up, throws in time, side, retired. Bottom of the 8th, coming up. Still Cincinnati 4 and the A's 2. Coliseum on a beautiful night. Right now, the Cincinnati Reds are leading the A's 4-2. Votto, Rowland, and Gomes against Tyson Ross. RBI double for Votto in this game. So he has 4 RBIs in the series. Well, we were wondering whether the Reds closer, Francisco Cordero, would be available tonight. There's your answer. After throwing 33 pitches last night, he is getting loose tonight.
Or like after blowing saves in the 9th inning first pitch home run to Kevin Kuzminoff, probably told Ryan Price and Dusty Baker. I'm ready. Off the right toe of Joey Votto.
Grounder foul. The Hatcher makes the play. So the count is even at 2-2. Again tomorrow. 12:35 first pitch. Johnny Cueto, Vin Mazzaro, the matchup. That's a radio only game.
Neither team televised. Reds will not be televised tomorrow. The A's will not. The MLB Network tomorrow. That's the Cueto numbers and Vin Mazzaro.
Of course, as always, 8:10 a.m. KTRB Radio. Nice play by Margellis. Joey Votto is retired.
Excellent play by Margellis.
Number 27, Scott Rowland.
Mark can make that play look as easy as anybody.
Rowland takes up and in. .60 a.m. is what I meant. I'm sorry, at KTRB. There's a base hit to center field for Scott Rowland. So Rowland with 2 hits. And that is 13 hits now for the Cincinnati Reds. Well, our next televised game will be Friday at Comcast Sportsnet California. The A's open up a 3-game weekend set with the Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll be Ben Sheets taking the hill. So that'll be the final interleague series. Coverage begins at 6:30 with A's pregame live. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet California. So the A's and the Pirates, Brad Lincoln, Ben Sheets.
Did Joshua do all that?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
Josh is unbelievable. Just graphics together. Was that Adam Rosales or Bobby Crosby?
That's a good call.
Are they one and the same?
Yeah. Johnny Gomes had a base hit in the second inning. Since then, he has struck out. Hit a fly ball to center field and grounded out to second. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. 95 miles an hour from Tyson Ross.
Young man just getting better and better. And I think back to the Boston series when he walked a couple of batters coming in the 6th inning. And since then, he has pitched exceptionally well. Put a helmet down, Johnny. It's amazing.
It's high and foul down the right field line. Easy, guys. Easy. I don't want to get in the middle of that. Rowland a short lead at first. Big swing there by Gomes again, and he had a good rip. Fouled it straight back to keep the count at 2-2.
So Johnny Gomes, I'm sure for Petaluma and the Reds and San Francisco, and It's just funny with where he helmet, man. That's unbelievable. But now in Oakland, where he played the Rays against the Athletics and coming in with the Reds.
Strikes out swinging. Gomes now 1 for 5.
Johnny always tries a little bit harder, extra hard when he comes into Oakland, though the group's in town. Although this is a pretty good slider from Tyson Ross. After a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and then dropped the slider outside corner.
Jay Bruce, swing and a miss. In the bottom of the ninth, it'll be Barton, Jackson, Suzuki. High drive to center, but playable for Coco Crisp. And he's got it, side retired. 2 good innings from Tyson Ross. We are going to the bottom of the ninth.